Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. I will tell you right up front, right off the bat, there is no B-roll footage today because, of course, I forgot the camera. I mean, I took it out. I carried it upstairs with me. I put it where I thought I wouldn't forget it, and I walked out the door and forgot it. It ended up being that it wouldn't have really been an interesting. I need to. Whatever. We'll talk about that some other day. Today, I want to ask a simple question. Well, it's probably going to be two questions. Yeah, I think it's going to be two questions. And the first one is very simply, how important is your opinion to you? Like, really think about that. How important to you are your opinions? I guess I just phrased it differently, but it's the same question. In my experience, in my opinion, which I share with you every day, and I'm going to impress upon you that my opinion is very important. I hope you understand that sarcasm. I feel that the people who have the strongest opinions are the people who least deserve to have them. I think that there's a disconnect in our language somewhere between opinion and belief, because I feel that those are very separate things, right? An opinion is not something that you get in a fight over. That's a belief, right? That's something that you feel despite evidence. That's a belief. You believe something despite all evidence. You're willing to fight for that belief. An opinion, to me, that's a very moldable thing. It's a very fluid thing. I like to think, again, talking about me, this is my opinion of myself. I feel that opinion should be a very fluid, a very open and I guess available, right? I find that people who have extremely strong opinions, we'll call them beliefs, we'll call them what they are. The people who like to impress upon others their opinions. Those are the kind of people that nobody asks for their opinion, because I don't want it. Like, you're going to give it to me regardless of whether I ask for it or not. And so I guess the second question is, how happy are you? Because I also feel there's a correlation between the strength of your opinions and how happy you are. Because I feel that being a rigid individual leads to you're much less likely to be content in any given situation that might be possibly even remotely out of your control. I mean, this all sounds a little bit like narcissism, but I think it's a very separate thing. I think that it's okay to have opinions and it's okay to have beliefs. Impressing those upon others or trying to force your views on others is a problem, right? Again, that's my opinion. I'm open to learning that maybe I'm wrong. That's, again, part of my belief system is that I am always willing to change my mind. If I hear a compelling argument against something that I quote unquote know or believe or I'm opinionated about, I am absolutely more than willing to do the research to determine if maybe I'm wrong. If maybe that I feel completely incorrectly about that situation. I don't know all the facts. I need to learn more of the facts so I can figure out, for myself what's right, what's wrong. I do that all the time, like all the freaking time. Do I have beliefs? Yeah, probably. There's probably things I'm very rigid on, but they're not ever going to be huge social topics, right? I'm very skeptical of anybody who doesn't like pickles. That's a joke. But it's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, the stuff that I have strong opinions about are things like that. They're not world-changing events. Because opinion shouldn't be driving the world. Belief shouldn't be driving society. Yes, belief religion has a fundamental benefit to society, but that doesn't mean that society needs to be modeled after religion. I think those are two separate things that can coexist. and they, I'm all about it. Sure, go for it. I'm not particularly religious myself, but I see an absolute value in the community, in the brotherhood of that religion. Great. I didn't mean to take this into that. This isn't supposed to be like this isn't a current topics, a current events topic. I'm not trying to say that what's going on right now and whatever. There's, when I open Reddit these days, I barely stay on it because even though I have my subreddits curated, I still get, there's so much of the, oh my God, the world is like crazy. Is it? I don't know. Where I'm at, it's pretty normal. Like, things are pretty great right now. I'm having a pretty good time, I think part of it is the fact that I have been somewhat unplugging from a lot of the social media stuff. So let's continue this. How important is the opinion to yourself? How important is it to your identity? That's what I mean when I say that. Like, how important are your opinions to you? If you were to shed those opinions or change those opinions, would that completely change the person that you are? I think that some people hold beliefs that strongly, or opinions that strongly, that if they just cannot fathom changing their mind, because that would completely wreck who they are as a person. The second question, or the next part of that is, how important do you think your opinions are to those people, to people around you? Do you feel that your opinions are important to close family members? This isn't, I'm not asking you to have people asked you about your opinions or have people told you that you give valuable. I'm asking you, how important do you believe your opinion is to somebody else, to those people close to you, the people who might value your opinion? Do you feel like your opinion is a strong, has a strong impact on theirs? That I'm genuinely curious about. Again, tied to all of this is, how happy do you feel? Do you feel like you're doing great? Because just formulating a theory here. Not a theory. I'm formulating a hypothesis. And I guess lastly, how often do people ask you for your opinion? Again, I feel the people who freely give their opinion are the people who are least likely to be asked for their opinion. And this is all kind of a joke, but it's also kind of not a joke. It's just kind of something I've been observing as I live in this world, and I see people interacting in this world on social media, in public, in private conversations I've had with friends and family. There seems to be a serious disconnect between personal beliefs, personal opinions, and what you expect of others. And being critical of yourself, while can be very harmful, I think is very much earned in some regards. And I think this is one of those things. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just pretend this whole thing, I'm just a lunatic, and we'll just move on. And hopefully I'll get some decent footage of something in the next few days, and we can have an experiment. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know sounds smart is quid pro quo. That's 3 words. It's a noun meaning a fair exchange of assets or services a favor given in return for something of equal value. In a quid pro quo, Stephen helped Alex with his math homework while Alex did Stephen's chores. Quid pro quo. QUIDPROQUO. Is that not also what, like, lawyers do? No, it's pro se. I don't remember. But that's not a word. That's 3 words. That's just a phrase.